Hi, everybody. I'm here with Holland McCue, and we're talking about poetry. So, Holland, we've just spent a couple of minutes taking a look at the product. You saw it a few months back, but I've given you a bit of up to date. And I'd love to find out if you've got any just instinctive feedback.
Yeah, thanks for having me again, Adam. Loving the direction that poetry and the company's going. As a talent attraction leader, I love, just the idea of taking all these disparate technologies and systems that I've been using for years and just putting them into a harmonized ecosystem. So really exciting. I think the biggest advancement I've seen since the last time I've seen, just a walkthrough is just loving the ability to score content, score assets, and get some data and insights on where team members are spending their time within the tool. As companies become more distributed, more time strapped, it's really hard to get that one-on-one feedback from end users or for end users to share feedback with each other. So having that innately built into the system is huge. As I think about the future and looking ahead, I do think the homepage can be a little overwhelming to first-time users. And so really focusing in on how this is going to make a recruiter's day, easier and more efficient, and really getting them spending time with those qualified candidates and everyone else is going to be key. So would love to see or hear a little bit more about, just how you're thinking about change management and rolling this out to teams for them to really, take advantage of everything that's in this harmonized ecosystem.
Yeah, no, that's a very good point. There's 28 inbuilt solutions just for recruiters in here, not to mention all the solutions for managers and admins. So I do agree with you. If you open it up and the first thing you see is 28 different tiles, not to mention all the third-party solutions that you might build, add tiles for. I do appreciate that. And in terms of my recommendations are always start with maybe 6 or so, clear all the other 22 off of that desktop. And then as you add new, as you open up the new solution, then you can build it up over time on the desktop. I think that's a very, very good point. And one other thing that we're going to be doing is, if I have, let's say I've just created a job advert for a software developer, automatically there's going to be a message which is, do you need a Boolean string for this? Do you want to see battle cards related to this? Do you want a social media post related to this? So that it's kind of helping you to navigate, actually, okay, I'm doing this, then I should do this, then I should do this. One more question from me is, I don't know if you're the very first person that ever spoke about recruiter enablement, but you're certainly the first person I found to have done it 5 years ago.
Yes.
Is what we're doing? Is it like concurrent with your vision of what recruiter enablement is, or are there differences?
From a tooling standpoint, absolutely. It is very concurrent with where, when I first spoke about the concept, I was coming out of a second tour in B2B marketing. And so in that role, I was supporting a sales organization. I was building a very similar ecosystem in Marcom tools to help those field sellers really connect with the customers. And so everything that you've captured here, battle cards, data and insights, intuitive, like walk me navigation, that stuff that I found really effective in my B2B days and helping enabled field sellers. And so for me, the parallels of what you're building, it's first of its kind technology in the recruitment space that I've seen. As I put my recruitment hat back on, I've always had to cobble these solutions together. And so I think there's a lot of promise in terms of what I'm seeing here and how this can really continue to propel the industry forward and really enable recruiters to be more effective in their roles. If I was to go a layer deeper, and where I've spent my time as a talent attraction recruitment leader, and then paralleling that back to some of my B2B and sales days, is it's the technology, serves one really important role in making sure that everything is aggregated together. Users have, access and training, but it's those conversations that take place outside the system that are important as well. At the end of the day, for me, recruiter enablement is how do you get recruiters to spend the most time with those qualified leads for your organization and less time with everyone outside or everyone else outside of that kind of sphere. And so it's not just my recommendation to end users adopting this technology is it's not set it and forget it. It is let's have this amazing ecosystem, but then what are those conversations that you're having with your recruiters outside of this ecosystem? Are all the tools, resources, the data that's available producing the qualified leads that you're, both going after? And so don't just implement the technology, make sure that you're standing up those regular conversations as well. And you're comparing, those quality of leads in your applicant tracking system, your CRM, whatever system you may be using, and your tech stack to qualify candidates and, get the best talent for your organization.
Yeah, wonderful advice. Holland, thanks so much for joining me today. It's been great to talk to you.
Yeah, likewise. Thanks, Adam, and awesome work.